Exactly, and that's what makes The Great Gatsby so fascinating. It's this beautiful, tragic story, but it's also a powerful critique of American society.
So we've got this sense that the American dream, especially like how it's playing out in the East, it's starting to, reveal some cracks.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fitzgerald, I think he highlights this through...
Welcome to Witter. Who Has Time to Read? The podcast that brings deep dives for busy minds. Listen to AI hosts Jane and Dane and get ready to unpack the world's most captivating books in just a fraction of the time. Whether commuting, working out, or just squeezing in a quick break, we deliver key insights, thought-provoking themes, and takeaways you can carry into your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Plus, use our links in the description to purchase this book. Your support helps us bring more engaging book discussions to you. Listen and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Who has time to read? You do, with Witter.
All right, so we're diving into The Great Gatsby today. And from what I understand, you're interested in how it shows like all the ways America was, producing things back in the Roaring 20s.
Definitely.
Not just like, stuff you buy, but also ideas, even people in a way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the key here is that Fitzgerald, he's not, just showing us the glitz and the glamour of the jazz age. He's using the idea of production to actually critique it,
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Right.
So where does he start setting that up?
Well, it starts with the setting itself. Think about it. Gatsby's mansion, it's not like in the middle of New York City, is it?
No, it's not.
It's in West Egg. It's this almost suburban kind of landscape out on Long Island.
Right. Nick even calls it a commuting town at one point.
Exactly. So we're not like in the heart of urban production, right? We're in this new kind of in-between space.
So what's Fitzgerald doing with that then?
He's highlighting a change in how Americans were relating to work and leisure, The city, it's not the only center of action anymore. And then there's that contrast that's really important between West Egg and East Egg.
Oh, yeah. New money versus old money, right?
Exactly.
So even the geography, like the where of it all, it's kind of producing different kinds of people, different values. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. And, Gatsby, with that over-the-top mansion of his and those massive parties, he's trying so hard to force his way into that old money world. It's like he's trying to produce this image of himself that fits in, but
feels like manufactured.
Yeah.
Like his whole persona is just this product he's trying to sell.
That's a great way to put it. It's almost as if like Gatsby read Benjamin Franklin's autobiography and just took that whole self-improvement thing to an extreme.
Oh, you mean like that crazy schedule he had when he was younger?
Exactly.
Yeah, all about discipline and self-control. It's like he's following a blueprint for how to become Jay Gatsby.
Yes. And this ties directly into the whole mass production boom of the 1920s.
Right. So it's not just goods being churned out, but like identities, aspirations even.
Exactly. Fitzgerald seems to be saying that even the American dream itself, it's becoming, mass produced.
So then Gatsby's this like almost tragic figure.
Yeah.
Because he's achieved this like incredible self-made success.
Yeah.
But it feels like hollow.
Right. It's all surface. It's a very carefully constructed facade. And you know what Fitzgerald contrast this with?
What's that?
The Valley of Ashes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
This desolate industrial, wasteland.
Yeah, the place where George Wilson has his garage.
Right. It's like the flip side of all that production, all that waste and decay it leaves behind.
And they're both Gatsby's mansion and the Valley of Ashes are kind of products of this American obsession with making it, right?
Exactly.
One's the idealized image, and then the other's the harsh reality.
So it's like Fitzgerald's showing us the full cycle,
Wow. So we've got this literal production of goods and wealth, but also, like we said, this production of personas, dreams, even whole landscapes. So what does that say about the people inhabiting this world then?
Well, you've got characters like Tom Buchanan. He just embodies that, that old money arrogance. He sees Gatsby as this like manufactured upstart.
Right.
And then there's Daisy,
who's caught between these two worlds, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She's drawn to Gatsby's passion, but ultimately she chooses the security, the safety of Tom's world. What does that tell us?
I think it suggests that even love and happiness, they get caught up in this whole system of production and consumption.
Yeah.
Daisy's choices, they're limited by the society she's in. She's not immune to the allure of the products that wealth can buy.
It's interesting you say that, because I was just thinking about that scene where Gatsby throws all those silk shirts at Daisy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he's literally trying to shower her with the products of his success, but
it backfires.
It does.
It's too much. It's overwhelming. And it really highlights the emptiness of trying to, buy happiness or buy love.
Like Fitzgerald is saying, there's a cost to all this production, isn't there? Like something gets lost in the process.
Exactly. And that's where I think the idea of illusion really comes in.
Okay.
Gatsby's chasing a dream that's built on a romanticized past, a distorted view of Daisy and what their life could be.
And you said earlier that even the American dream itself is becoming like a product.
Yeah.
Is Fitzgerald suggesting that it's all an illusion, something being sold to people?
I think he's raising some serious questions about it.
Yeah.
He's showing us that allure of the dream, but also the emptiness and the disillusionment that can follow,
Yeah. And this is only the beginning, right? We haven't even talked about the darker consequences of this whole production frenzy.
Exactly. And that's what makes The Great Gatsby so fascinating. It's this beautiful, tragic story, but it's also a powerful critique of American society.
So we've got this sense that the American dream, especially like how it's playing out in the East, it's starting to, reveal some cracks.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fitzgerald, I think he highlights this through this moral decay that's just simmering beneath the surface of all this prosperity. Think about a character like Jordan Baker, for example.
Oh yeah, good point.
She's got that incurable dishonesty, as Nick puts it, that casual disregard for the rules.
Right, like the drive to succeed, to produce the right image. It's warped people's sense of right and wrong.
Exactly. And then you have Tom Buchanan. He's not just cheating on Daisy, he's flaunting it. There's this sense of entitlement, like the rules they don't apply to him.
Yeah, and he even uses the language of production, right, when he talks about Gatsby.
Oh, absolutely.
He calls him Mr. Nobody from Nowhere. Like Gatsby's entire existence is somehow illegitimate because he wasn't born into wealth.
It's as though Tom sees himself as the rightful heir to the American dream, and anyone else trying to claim it is a threat. And this brings us to a point you mentioned in your notes, that contrast between the East and the Midwest.
Oh, right. Both Gatsby and Nick are from the Midwest, and they come East seeking something more, What's Fitzgerald doing with this geographical divide?
He's playing with this idea that the Midwest represents a kind of innocence, I guess, a simpler way of life. It's almost like the raw material that gets processed and packaged in the East.
And that ties into Gatsby's reinvention of himself too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
He's trying to shed his Midwestern past and create this new, more sophisticated identity.
Exactly. But what's so fascinating is that his self-production ultimately fails. He can't escape his origins. And this tension between who he is and who he wants to be, that's a big part of his downfall.
So even in self-invention, the past still has a hold. You can't just manufacture a new identity out of thin air.
Right. And that connects to something we were talking about earlier, this idea of illusion. Gatsby's dream, it's based on an idealized past, a version of Daisy that might not even exist. He's trying to recapture something that's already gone.
And it's interesting how Fitzgerald uses that green light at the end of Daisy's dock to symbolize this.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tangible object, but it represents something intangible, something out of reach.
Exactly. It's like the American dream itself, always shimmering in the distance, always just beyond grasp. And that ties into the broader theme of disillusionment that runs through the whole novel.
Yeah, it's not just Gatsby who's disillusioned, right? Nick, he's full of optimism, but by the end, he's deeply cynical about everything he's witnessed.
He even describes the East as having this quality of distortion, almost like it's a funhouse mirror reflecting this warped image of the American dream. He sees through the facade, the carefully constructed illusions, and he's repulsed by what he finds underneath.
And this brings us back to the idea of production, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fitzgerald seems to be saying that the American dream, as it was being pursued in the 1920s, it was producing something toxic.
Yeah, something unsustainable. And the novel itself, the way it's written, it reflects this. Fitzgerald meticulously crafted The Great Gatsby. He spent years revising it, refining it.
So he was engaged in a kind of production process himself.
Exactly.
He was trying to create something beautiful and lasting, just like Gatsby.
Exactly. And there are these really interesting parallels between Fitzgerald's own life and the themes he explores in the novel. He achieved fame and fortune at a young age. He lived this life of extravagance. And like Gatsby, he was deeply in love with a woman who represented a world he could never fully belong to.
His relationship with Zelda Sayre was notoriously tumultuous. It's like he poured his own experiences of love and loss and disillusionment into the pages of The Great Gatsby.
And I think that's what makes the novel so powerful. It's not just a social critique. It's a deeply personal story. It's about the human cost of striving for something that may ultimately be unattainable.
Okay, so we've touched on the characters, the settings, even Fitzgerald's own life. Mm-hmm. But there's one element of production we haven't talked about yet. The language of the novel itself.
Ah, yes. The way Fitzgerald uses language, it's crucial to understanding his critique of American society in the 1920s.
It's true. Yeah, we haven't really talked about how Fitzgerald's writing style itself plays into this whole idea of production.
Yeah, it's like he's using language to create this almost tangible sense of the jazz age. You know, you can practically hear the music, smell the champagne, feel the heat of those summer nights.
Oh, totally. Like when he describes Gatsby's cardies, it's not just like a list of details or whatever. It's sensory overload. You're like right there in the crowd, almost swept away by the energy of it all.
Exactly. And it's not, all champagne and confetti either. He uses language just as effectively to describe the Valley of Ashes, that stark, desolate landscape. It creates this really jarring contrast with the opulence of West Egg.
And the way he describes Gatsby's car, that flashy yellow Rolls Royce.
Oh, yeah.
It becomes this symbol of both Gatsby's success and the recklessness of the era.
It's almost like the car itself is a product, carefully crafted to project a certain image. And of course, cars play a crucial role in the tragic events of the novel, highlighting the dangerous consequences of this unchecked pursuit of wealth and status.
Yeah, it's like the language itself is mimicking the production process. Fitzgerald's taking these raw materials, words, descriptions, imagery, and crafting them into something deliberate, something designed to have a specific effect on the reader.
And this ties into what we were saying earlier about Gatsby's self-invention too. Even the name Gatsby, it's a fabrication, it's a product of his imagination. And Fitzgerald, he uses names throughout the novel to kind of hint at his character's true natures, I think.
Oh, like Daisy with her name, evoking this delicate flower. But she's actually much tougher, much more capable of making, hard choices than we might initially think.
And Tom's such a solid traditional name,
Yeah.
representing that brute force and old money values. It's like Fitzgerald's giving us these clues through the names themselves.
It makes me think about how even the smallest details in the novel are so carefully chosen, so meticulously produced. Just like Gatsby crafting his persona, Fitzgerald is crafting this whole world, this whole critique of American society.
And that brings us back to the listener's original question.
Right.
How does The Great Gatsby reflect the ways America was, producing things in the 1920s? I think we've seen that it goes way beyond just material goods.
It's about the production of dreams, identities, illusions, like you said, and the cost of all that production, both on a personal and a societal level.
Yeah, Fitzgerald, he's not giving us like easy answers or anything.
No.
But he is forcing us to ask some really tough questions. What happens when the American dream becomes a product to be consumed? What gets sacrificed in the pursuit of it? What are the consequences of this relentless drive for more?
It's a story that continues to resonate, almost a century later.
Right.
We're still grappling with these questions about ambition, identity, the allure, and the danger of the American dream.
And I think that's the power of great literature, really. It holds a mirror up to society, forcing us to confront some uncomfortable truths about ourselves and the world we live in.
So for me, I guess, after this deep dive, I'm left thinking if Gatsby's meticulously crafted persona is ultimately, a failure, a hollow shell, what does The Great Gatsby suggest about the possibility of genuine self-invention in a society obsessed with production and consumption? Something to ponder as you revisit the novel and think about all those layers of meaning we've uncovered today.
Thanks for listening to Witter, Who Has Time to Read, produced by One Media. Please support the author by purchasing the book or audiobook using the link in the description. It's a great way to help keep the art of writing alive. And stay in the loop. Subscribe to our newsletter for updates on weekly deep dives. And don't forget to share your thoughts or suggest our next deep dive at witterpodcast@gmail.com.